Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Sorry, I'm getting this out to social media. This is, again, a violent tornado. Strong tornado. I mean, it's got to be on the ground. There's no getting around the fact it's on the ground. What photo did she like? I think I know what photo. Yep. No. Different one. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. Getting carpet removed sucks right now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a strong tornado. There are multiple storm chasers on it. I'm tracking it live right now. We do have a day 1 moderate, day 2 moderate risk. I do think it'll be transitioned to a day 1 moderate risk. Look, I don't know exactly what to think about this storm. I personally don't know. Again, this is still a strong rotation. So what's happening right now? Sorry, this is part 2. It is hot in my room right now. This is again a strong tornado. That's your tornadic rotation right there. This is the most insane radar presentation I have ever seen in my life. This is still on good. This is that same cell we ended off of. Current time is 10:45. This tornado warning goes until 11:15. Again, Valentine, you need to prepare now. This is heading your way. I do think the storm is falling apart, which is really good news, but we are here. I ended because of the low population. But again, this is a strong tornado if it's on the ground. We're looking 3,000 feet in the air. There is no debris to loft. So I've got about 4 storm chasers just on my side screen. That's why I'm looking at my side screen a whole lot more than radar, because I'm trying to see through the lightning. It is dark. Valentine, you need to prepare. The storm may be falling apart. as of right now. But this has cycled so many times that just, I can't get the past scans on it. If you guys go back to the previous stream, you'll see it was really strong and it cycled multiple times. Yep. But there's it's definitely a little bit broader rotation, which is good news. The rotation's falling apart. Let's hope it does that. Oh, wrong thing. I do not believe this is on the ground, though. Anymore. If it's not on the ground, there's still that chance it just goes. And that's why we're here. Because as this towards up towards Crookston and Valentine. Oh, wow. This thing has cycled so many times. The hail is also another threat. We're seeing hail core here, 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 and here. That's hail. And that does line up. However, I do think this, yeah. Tornado is on the ground. Freddie McKinney, this is on the ground on Freddie McKinney's stream. Reed Timmer also has a big wedge, by the way. That makes sense. Again, we do have a satellite tornado on the ground. I cannot show this, unfortunately. I have not been able to take a look at recent model guidance for tomorrow. Because once 0C happens, model guidance is no more for me. I don't usually use model guidance unless it's warned on forecast system and StormNet. Those are the only models that I'll look at after 0Z day of an event. Especially with HRRR. I've noticed HRRR is a lot better at 0Z the previous day. Alright. I'm going to go to SPC mesoanalysis. We do have a fully, yeah, wow, fully condensed tornado. I want to change sector. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Perfect. Oh, I have one little mistake I gotta fix. Hold up. I forgot to fix that earlier. And plus times. Ugh. I don't care about the time, but I am gonna shrink it a little bit. There we go. So this is exactly why we are seeing what we're seeing. 125.3 cape with bulk shear, or this is vorticity of 4. When you see vorticity above 2, you can have tornadoes. Even, and then your 3 cape, so your red is 3 cape, and your blue, is vorticity. Your red 3 cape needs 50 or greater for a decent chance at surface-based cells. There's, again, a lot of complexities there as well. But we're seeing 125, 150 up towards 175. And I do think as it kind of moves out of the favorable vorticity area. Yeah, sirens aren't going off in Valentine yet, because there's not a warning yet, but I do figure Valentine will get something. And then I want to look at violent tornado and as we look at violent tornado parameter, no, I don't usually use this, but this is a great example. This was a mesoscale accident. We see that tornado parameter. It has been producing violent tornado all through that blue line, which I just made. I'm going to make it black so you guys can see it better, because I do understand that there's a lot of blue in here. It has been producing violent tornadoes in that black area. And I do think it kind of continues, and it should die soon, hopefully. That's mesoanalysis. And these are based on, I do use these actually in chase as well, when I'm out there in the field. And then I look at mixed layer cape. It's losing its steam. 2000 cape, 150, 1000 cape, 500 cape. $2,000 cape. Okay, so now that we have that established, it's starting. This is your storm right here. We're about to, again, we're losing peak daylight heating, so you're gonna see the storm losing steam, which is evident here on radar. But wow. Okay. I just want to make sure that was there. And I'm gonna zoom in on this. I kind of forgot to do that because this is a new graphic for me. Again, 2000 cape, 1500, 1000. So that's like less than 1000. 1500. This is your storm. It's moving north of the 2000. Again, that is still very, 1500 is still efficient for storms, especially with ongoing storms, but that does show we are losing that heating, because at one point we did have 3000 cape. And while we're here mesoanalysing, I just want to see this. Yep, that is your hodograph based off the O3Z wrap model. and this is your cape. We go to my point values. Mixed layer is at 2153. So, this has definitely died off from where it was, but we do have 2 tornadoes on the ground, I'm pretty sure. Kind of what I'm looking at. And we are tracking May 6th. Freddie McKinney wedge tornado. Why is there a severe thunderstorm warning in Georgia? Okay. Again, this storm has lost a lot of steam from what it once was. I'm going to pull up my Twitter real quick, and I'm going to show you a view from what it was. Because I have images of this tornado, like, a lot. Also, new tornado warning. This is as a merger was undergoing. This was beautiful. And this is peak strength. This was north of Ashby. Gate to gate was about 210, 215, I think. And this is per Freddie McKinney. New tornado warning: Kilgore, Cookson, and West Valentine. You guys are now under a confirmed tornado warning. Weather spotters confirmed tornado. Innermost center part of your house in a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors or in a mobile home, consider seeking shelter in a substantial shelter. These tornadoes are strong. I do believe it is strong. There is per Freddie McKinney a wedge tornado. And so you have what we call anticyclonic. Alright, where is radar? Okay. But I'm not seeing your anticyclonic rotation. So. Oh. Well, that could be. Alright, let's make sure I got storm motion for morning. This will move into Crookston. This is until 11:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. A confirmed tornado was located near Merritt Reservoir. I am so sorry, I'm tired. A reservoir, or 21 miles southwest of Valentine, moving northeast at 20 miles per hour, damaging tornado and 2-inch hail. So yeah, it kind of is, especially when I was up till about, I think, 4:30 this morning, and had to get up at 8. So like I'm running on 4 hours of sleep, no more. And I'm running tomorrow, hopefully with a lot more sleep. Even if there is no tornado, look at this. This is a hail core. These are hail cores. Yeah, I hope I do too, but these are moving towards these towns. Hail cores can be destructive. They can bust out windows. Yeah, hydrate. I've got a gallon pitcher in my fridge, my mini fridge in here, that I fill up when I know I'm doing these big 5, 6, 7, 8 plus hour streams. And Dr. Pepper for caffeine, but again, this is still alright. This is going to cross 90s. No, that's already crossed. Okay. At least 8 reported tornadoes from the storm. Hyenas, being on you guys are about to get some rain. It's nothing major. I was messing around with my group chat. I told the story last parts to this stream, and we saw this storm become a blip, which is a small, just starting to rain. I was like, this one's gonna be tornado of the day. And I kind of, we mess around, so when we have blips, I contact chasers who are in that area, and I'm like, hey, you got a blip emergency. And I did not actually think this cell would do this. I thought it'd produce a weak tornado and that's it. I thought this would be the only storm to produce a tornado as well, and it is. Halfway. There was a storm merger as another storm produced, so. I guess I'll stay up till 1 for the next SPC Day 1 outlook. I've already got my thoughts. So. And there's a nice wall cloud feature on the cell. Kind of dropped my confidence in a tornado. Your rotation has died really significantly from what it was just 10 minutes ago. I do think this will become a damaging wind threat and a large hail threat. Mixed layer cape is at 2055. Your shear has went down to 41.3. I can't exactly remember what it was before, but your shear has definitely went down. It again moving out of the favorable environment for tornadoes, and that was here. It was here in Hyenas at 7:30, and it's only moved towards Valentine. So a feature I am noticing, we're starting to see a bow. As it bows out, I think we transition to damaging wind. Again, you can still see a tornado threat with this. Right there. That's your main rotation at this point. That's your main rotation. There is some rotation here, broader. So your southern part is your main rotation now. And that's just a newly developed rotation for the most part. Your rotation before this just, again, moving out of the favorable environment plus getting behind the rain base here, I think really killed this. This is a supercell for the history books. This had some of the most insane radar presentations I've seen in a very long time. Only very few radar presentations top this one. What the April 26th tornado outbreak, most of those topped this, but that's that. There, I'm starting to see a boundary, so if that boundary can continue, that tornado gone. So, outflow boundary, a little lesson here. I'm not sure, but if this is an outflow boundary, which I'm starting to think it is, your inflow gets cut off. Your tornado will die because your warm, moist air will meet this cold pool of air, and your cold pool of air will win every single time. And that is an outflow boundary killing a tornado. Okay, after this tornado, I'm going to sleep. I don't care if we have another tornado tonight. There you go. Look at that. That's tightened up here. So, that might be your new rotation. Cyclic supercell, normal. So, it's not on the ground yet, but I want to talk about tomorrow, which I'm going to do that because I know I'm safe enough to do this right now. Okay, I'm going to pull up College of DuPage because this is so much easier to do. I'm going to HRRR this. 0Z. Yeah, Oklahoma Wednesday looks crazy. Please tell me something in Oklahoma. Yeah, okay. It's gonna, okay. Yeah. Oh, so this is updraft helicity. This, I'm just wanting to show this just because. I do think this right here, I don't think we see much in Iowa. I really don't. I don't think, if you see a storm in Iowa, it's going to be storm of the year. I think, personally, I move the moderate, like, right here. And then I have a feeling of when driving this, but I'll do my forecast tomorrow before school. Vital weather. HRRR. Just give me a second here as I get you guys the latest and greatest. So we're going to go to significant tornado parameter. This is going to show why I'm saying this is an extremely volatile environment. I'm cherry picking a sounding. I don't care. Highly contaminated. I don't care. I haven't broke down a hodograph SKUT chart in a long time. You have 3,000 CAPE. 3,000 CAPE in this. Your hodograph is extremely curved, and this is what your storms, if they form, will look like tomorrow. I have no doubt that Minnesota is going to perform as a moderate risk. I have no doubt about that. You have 3 CAPE of 128. That is more than sufficient. Your down CAPE is at 1,223. There's a lot of factors. I might try to break it down in the morning. I don't know if I'm going to have time. Then I want to take a look at Oklahoma. Because it's Oklahoma. Oklahoma does Oklahoma things. Just kind of want to see what it thinks. Okay, that's contaminated, but if that's real, that Tuesday stuff is going to be something to watch really closely in Oklahoma. I want to bring in RRFS because it's hilarious to look at. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna bring that back to the Midwest. See what RRFS thinks. This again is not for decision making. This is just to kind of see if I'm right. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. Alright, now I want to do a national view real quick. GFS. Okay, we're gonna go to 18Z because it's not loaded in yet. You know what? We're doing this on College of DuPage. This is so much easier to operate, in my opinion. GFS. Contagious US. 18Z. 500 millibar wind speed. Looking ahead past the current outlooks. May 6th. We see a bowling ball. This is what you call a bowling ball trough. Negative, positive. Keep the negative positive in mind. Keep that in mind. We have seen this signal for a long time. I've been looking at this for enough time to where I'm confident in calling May 6th. This has been consistent with multiple models. Negative trough. Your severe weather region would be right in here. In my thoughts. Again, when we get closer, we'll look. Now, supercell composite. Honestly, supercell composite is crap. That is the bias of GFS. Yeah, nothing's happening. But it is something we are keeping in mind as we go through. As we take a look, we'll see it more in depth as we go through, but it's trying, but I think your RFD is too strong to produce a tornado here. I really do think that RFD is a little too strong to produce right now. Valentine, you guys should be fine here, so. I do think that RFD is a little too strong. So this area right here is the RFD, or rear flank downdraft. It is too strong to produce, which is certainly good news. These are your only severe. This is your only tornado warning, and that is your only severe thunderstorm warning. So again, this is still not a sleeping type event. You still need to watch this because that RFD can weaken just a little bit. You're in for it. But with it doing that, I'm hoping that I'm correct. So I personally think this storm is not going to survive much longer. Still, Valentine, Crookston, Kilgore, you guys still need to be in your safe place. West Valentine, you still need to be in your safe place. Just because I think the storm is dying does not mean it's time to come out of your safe place. But if you're south of the rain, you're fine. I'm pretty sure no one lives in this area. Okay, maybe very few people, but if this weakening trend will continue, once it gets into South Dakota, I'm going to sleep. So again, this is the... we are going to have a graphic change soon. I don't know when, because we're entering a period where I think we are active, but we're going to have a lot of graphics. Like the warning graphics, I do think we're going to kind of switch them up a bit, especially the tornado warning live radar. I'm going to put tornado warning indicated. Then I'm going to try to get some other graphics made that'll kind of do better for you guys. I don't know when we're going to do that, but soon. Again, your rotation has greatly weakened. That's your only two areas now, and both of them, it's almost gone, I think. So, I hope this doesn't cycle again. Considerable. Ooh. Oh, there is no radar for that. Radar indicated golf ball sized hail. Let's take a look at that now. Woo! This hail core is insane. Wow. This is now the main area of concern, in my opinion. Your storm is dying. Yeah, it's dying. This is your RFD hail spike as well, possibly. No, it's not a hail spike. Normalized rotation is dropping it. And it's showing that's rotating. But that doesn't match up. Yep, it's gone. It's gone. Yeah. I do think they let this tornado warning go. No, that is not tornadic. Which is good news, don't get me wrong. I'm sighing because I'm tired. So... How long was I doing that? Alright. How long was I doing that? Okay, I want to make sure that okay. I was like, I looked over and I saw him and be right back. I'm like, oh no. Yeah. Crookston, this rotation is this last little bit. Woohoo. The lightning strike on Freddie McKinney's stream was insane. Wow. This is your last little bit of rotation. They are talking about dropping the tornado warning. Second they do that, I'm gone. I've gotten some lightning shots before, so. Ooh. So, that's your last little bit. They are going to continue the tornado warning, though. As of 9:26, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 8 miles west of Valentine. Moving northeast at 20. I'm gonna clip it real quick. So. Yeah. This one's done. I'm just gonna wait till 11:15. Wait, when does this end? 11:45, and then we're done. I do not think this is gonna get tornado warned. I do not think it. But St. Francis to strike Olsonville, Hidden Timber. You guys need to prepare up towards Mission. South of US 18. You guys from St. Francis to Oak Creek, you guys need to prepare for a tornado warning. If this does just spin up again, it's not impossible, but it is unlikely. So, that is where we're at this point. It is still tornado warned. Valentine, you guys come into your tornado safe place. Your threat is done. You do have a line off to your west. Boundary. So So, we'll be live at like 4:15 tomorrow. I'll try to make this stream in the morning. That way, all I have to do is that. Possibly make another graphic, depending on how much they change the moderate risk. So, we'll talk about tomorrow in just a second. We went over models. But I do want to talk about the SPC version of things. And then you guys will get my thoughts. My thoughts are kind of similar a little bit. This enhanced risk gets dragged to there. Your moderate risk gets dragged down like that. I do think they kind of drop the moderate risk kind of like that. That's my personal thoughts. Your moderate risk is tornado driven. It is not wind nor hail driven. I do think we see a hatched staple for damage and wind right here. I do think we see a hatched staple there for wind. So they are still continuing that tornado warning. So this is this. Anyways, new mesoscale discussion. Okay. Okay, here's the graphic. They do have tornadoes noted at 110, 130. Just be aware, you can still have a tornado that's EF2, 65 to 80 mile per hour winds and up to 2.5 inch hail. And this is based off this line here, which I'm not staying live for. This cell, I think, is done. So, that's that for you guys. So I just want to let you guys know, hey, that's what's happening. So, we're going to stay live for the next 10 minutes. After that, we're out. I do not think we see a tornado extension, but from U.S. Highway 18 in South Dakota, from Two Strike, St. Francis to Hidden Timber and Oak Creek, you guys need to prepare in case a tornado warning is issued. However, it is unlikely, in my opinion, that we do see a reissuance in tornado warning. But you never know with the National Weather Service. They can see things that I may not see at times. So, and they just issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Considerable. So again, considerable severe thunderstorm warning issued for Hidden Timber, Olson, South Mission. So that is really good news. That does tell me they are dropping the tornadic part of this, but still, Cookston, you need to stay in your safe place. Kilgore, you guys come out of your tornado safe place. Storm coverage is the only fail mode tomorrow. Again, this is emergency coverage. So, again, your prob tourist going really down. Your shear is went down. So we're gonna stay live till about 47. And then we're out of here. Unless they drop the tornado warning before. Cookston, you stay in your safe place just for a little bit longer. Again, this was a crazy tornado. This does put us at 3 hours today. Precursor to tomorrow. So that tornado warning expires at 45. So we've still got that tornado warning for 5 minutes. Valentine, I'm giving you the all clear as well. Kilgore, same with you. You guys can come out of your tornado safe place. Your tornado threat's done. Cookston, stay in your safe place a little bit longer. I am kind of seeing an area I'm concerned about, but an area that I don't think will do anything. So the Rapid City, South Dakota. Crookston, you guys come out of your tornado safe place. Your tornado threat's over. So again, this is the last bit of this tornado warning. And this should be it from me for tonight. And then we'll be back. I don't know what time. I know we'll be live at 4:15, depending. So, I do not think we see that tornado warning extension, but we are here just in case. tornado warning remains the next 2 minutes, and then we're out. So, again, Crookston, Kilgore, Valentine, you guys are fine. Your tornado threat is gone. So, I'm just waiting for this tornado warning to expire. Again, the all clear is for Kilgore, Crookston, and Valentine, and points south. So at this point, your tornado warning should be canceled. 30 seconds. I am counting down the seconds for it to expire. Once we see it disappear off screen, you know, that's when we officially say there you go. With that in mind, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for trusting me with your weather. We'll be back tomorrow, 4:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time for an enhanced risk, moderate, sorry, of severe weather. That is your moderate risk. Alright everyone, I'm peacing out of here so I can get some sleep and well rested for tomorrow's moderate risk of severe weather. You guys take care. Peace out. No high risk. Unless it's omega high. If you guys understand.